YouTube channel. So, if you're new here, I am Rachel and I'm a student at University of Manchester, but I'm an international student. So today I'll be talking about the real struggles of studying in UK. So as I come from Asia, I'm very far away from UK, I'll be talking this in the international student perspective and what you should expect before coming here, so that you won't struggle like I did last year. Okay, so let's dive into it. So I'll be talking in two parts today. So the first part is the academic struggles about lessons and lectures and seminars and stuff. And the second part is your mental well-being, your loneliness, homesickness, balance, social life, and all that stuff. So academic struggles. From lecture, seminar, note-taking, writing assignments, bibliography, everything. You are expected to know all of this before coming to UK. Really, there will be no one to teach you. I mean, you are a university student. You're gonna be a university student very soon. So you have to do lots of self-study. Still, there are some resources available in library, in your website, in the university website, but it's 100% your responsibility to go and check them. If you need help with assignments, it's your responsibility to go and check them, to ask your tutor, to ask your academic advisor. It's 100% your responsibility. And please expect to do lots and lots of self-study, okay? Here, you'll be provided with pre-reading lists, lecture materials, and seminar questions, test books, all the resources and all the materials. And it's your responsibility to read all of them. I mean, don't read all of them. Maybe you won't have time to read all of them, okay? And I think no student reads every day. I don't read every day. But you should know what's important, what's mandatory, and you should read them before the lecture, before the seminars. So for me, I usually read the lecture slides and some of the pre-reading. The professor usually put stars beside the article if that means it's important. So sometimes I read that thing. And seminar question. Please prepare for seminar questions. I feel like I learn more in seminars than in lectures. I think I've mentioned that before, but I learn more in seminars, so please read all the seminar pre-reading list. It will help you massively, okay? And otherwise, if you do not do the pre-reading at the start of the term, then it could be a little bit challenging for you to catch up in lectures and seminars. So and you won't probably know you're gonna be oh, what the heck is happening here? So because that's what happened in some of the few seminars that I attended. I remember it's the finance one. I didn't do the pre-reading, and then I was in the seminar. I feel like I am the most stupid person in the room because I don't understand a single thing. I don't understand what the teacher is telling. I don't understand what even the chart. I don't know how to read the chart. So yeah, so please do the pre-reading, okay? Please do the pre-reading, especially for seminars. It's gonna help you a lot. And another thing is that, well, I know all of you watching this video are smart. I know you guys get straight A stars in your high school, in your GCSE, in your A levels. I get it. That's why you get into such a good university, because university here, especially the Bristol one, they ask for really high grades. But please expect that you may get your lowest score in your life at the very first start of the university. I didn't mean this to discourage you, but if you know this and if you expect this, and you're gonna be mentally prepared, so it's better for you to cope with the situation if things turn out very unfortunately. Do you want to know my first midterm exam marks? It was 54, okay? It was 54, the lowest mark in my entire life. I still remember that day. We got an email saying the results were out, and I was so shocked to see my marks, okay? And that's sort of a mixed feeling of sadness, embarrassment, disappointment, and with a lot of regrets and a lot of reflections and blaming myself, I should have studied harder, I should have tried better, all that thing. For a while, I felt like I'm the most stupid person in the class. I felt like I'm behind everyone, And then until I got to know that all of my friends were feeling the same, and it's totally normal, It's totally normal that you are struggling because you're in a new city with new culture and new things and new system. So it's not gonna be easy for everyone. So just remember that your first exam is gonna be the worst, but later on you'll get good grades and eventually end up passing with first class, graduated with first class. Okay? So just remember that. So now I want to talk about well-being and loneliness, homesickness, and all the balance. Honestly, I want to talk about it, but at the same time, I don't want to talk about it because it's hard, okay? And I don't want to discourage anyone. But I feel like you guys should know, so you're prepared. I really hate to say this, but university is not all about fun stuff. Some days you may find yourself in a room, 2 a.m., very depressed and lonely and thinking like, why did you ever choose to study in UK? Imagine you come alone, you know nothing about how things work in UK, you know nothing, and suddenly tons and tons of responsibility hit you. You have to go to bank alone, you have to open bank account by yourself, you have to deal with all that boring paperwork by yourself. And you know, you have to register with your GP and maybe clinics and hospitals alone when you're sick. At the same time, you have to cook by yourself, you have to do all the household chores by yourself, and your part-time job if you have one, and your social life, your sleep, your mental health, your physical health, and not to mention the studies, assignments, exams, deadline, midterms, all that they happen at the same time. So it's hard, okay? It tends to be even harder if you have no one to talk about it. So yeah, just expect to do all the things at the same time, and your first few days in UK are gonna be really challenging for you and really, really overwhelming for you, okay? And your well-being, your mental health is as important as your physical health. A lot of people said that already, but just admit it, we don't really care until it started affecting us. But please take care of your mental health as well. University is stressful already, and if you're struggling, it's very, very likely that your friends are struggling the same. For me, anxiety hit me so hard. I had so much trouble sleeping. I couldn't sleep for weeks. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, that actually happened, and I hate to admit it. So, and all my thoughts are like preoccupied with the future, with all the work, my duties, my responsibilities, and all my schedule and everything that I have to do. So I was merely surviving back then rather than actually living and enjoying my student life in UK. Later on, I start to realize that it's okay not to be okay, and it's okay that you are struggling because you're in a new place and not everything needs to be under control. And sometimes it's even better to just go with the flow. So don't isolate yourself in your room too much, or don't spend so much time in library. I know that you come UK to study, but at the same time, don't study too hard, and don't immerse yourself in the piles of books, or don't stay in front of your laptop like 24/7. You study, yes, at the same time, you should enjoy your life in UK. So go out, have fun, socialize, go to parties, alright? Just have fun here. And talk to others when things tend to be challenging. Talk to your friends, your family, or someone you trust. And even if you don't trust anyone, there are people who are trained, certified, and qualified enough to be trusted. And hereby I'm talking about the professionals. So talk to them. Sometimes it's worth taking a shot, okay? And sometimes it could be a solution that you were looking for and you just don't know it. So talk to others, and I believe it will help you somehow and it will comfort you somehow. So now let's talk about loneliness and homesickness. So honestly, for me, I didn't really miss home that much, but some of my friends did, like they suffer from homesickness, which is okay. Maybe because it just depends on individual. Maybe I wasn't really close to my parents, which is kind of sad though. Yeah, so I didn't really miss home, but I do feel lonely. Well, I have so many friends. I met so many good friends. I met some of the most kindest, most incredible people in UK. Still, I feel alone sometimes. Sometimes I feel like I'm so isolated in the second largest city in UK. Well, being alone is a part of growing up. For me, after coming to UK for my further studies, I realized that I've never been this alone in my entire life. I was usually surrounded by my friends. I usually go out with my friends, and I never really had a chance to experience the real struggles of staying alone and studying alone. And although I never admit, and I really hate to admit, that I was so scared. The thought of I only have myself frightened me the most, which is sometimes the reason why I put too much pressure on myself. Growing up was never meant to be easy. You know what? Change is never meant to be easy. It will help you grow massively, but at the same time, you should expect that not every day will be fun. And sometimes it could be really hard and really harsh on you. But sooner or later you'll get used to all of this, and you'll be so proud of how far you have come. Okay, so this is all about my other struggles. Study abroad is not all about rainbows and butterflies all the time. It's hurricane meets the sunshine, and sometimes you just have to glide through the hurricane to meet the sunshine, right? So that's what it's all about. And also, don't trust everything you see on social media, Instagram and Facebook, because you know what, like people only show what they want others to see, and there's like that whole dark area that they are so insecure about and that they will never show. But I think today I've mentioned some of the dark areas, so I hope you get some insight to it and you know what to prepare and what to expect to come and study in UK. So this is the end of my video, and if you like my content, then don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification down below. See you in the next video. Bye bye, love you all.